What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of B&B. I'm so over Brooke and Ridge at this point. I mean, I've been over Brooke and Ridge, but I'm more so over them now. Like, Ridge finally decided to go back home to her, and I'm just like, listen, you was just canoodling with Taylor not too long ago. Now you want to run back to Brooke? See, that's that little game that I can't stand that Ridge plays. Like, he ping pongs between both of them, and I'm over it. I've been over it. It's old. Like, we done seen that play out over the years, and it's like, it's dead. Let that go. If Brooke is who he wants to be with, he needs to be with her and stop playing around with Taylor. Playing with her emotions. You know what I'm saying? Go be with your little blonde and go live happily ever after while she go and kiss another man. And, when she does it again or she sleeps with Deacon next time, don't go running back to Taylor because we don't want to hear it. I just feel like Ridge enables Brooks BS. Like, he's sitting there talking about, oh, you would have never kissed Deacon if you were sober. Sir, stop enabling this foolishness. So you mean to tell me when people get drunk, they forget that they're married? They know that they forget who they're kissing? Or, like, come on now. Just because she was drunk, she knew exactly what she was doing. She kissed Deacon because that's what she wanted to do. And it annoys me that Brooke and Ridge keep making these little dumbass excuses for why they do it. It's aggravating at this point. So, like I said, I'm ready for Taylor to move on with her life. Ridge made his choice, and it's time for Taylor to move on. I wouldn't mind if she got with Jack, cause I don't know the Lee situation. I'm hoping Lee is alive somewhere. I'm hoping so. But if Lee is in fact dead, I wouldn't mind Taylor and Jack getting together. You know what I'm saying? Taylor, she needs a new man, somebody who's not a Forrester, away from them. She just need to move on with her life, and not worrying about Ridge. So moving on from that, I love how Thomas brought Taylor some flowers and stuff. I thought that was cute. He really loved his mama, and I love that. Jack, of course, popped up or whatever, and he was, talking about how he ain't been in touch with Lee lately and stuff like that. She pretty much cut him off ever since, he admitted to the affair with Sheila back in the day. So Lee hasn't been feeling him. And it was so funny when they were talking about grief and stuff, and Taylor was talking about, oh, I'm sure Lee is drowning in grief. I'm like, Taylor, that's a poor choice of words. Because baby girl really is out there drowning somewhere. I'm like, yeah. But it was hilarious though. 'Cause I'm like, damn, if only you knew she was actually drowning. Um, and Jack is just trying to find his son. It brought him comfort to be in, Finn and Steffi's home because that made him feel closer to Finn and stuff. But he don't even know where, Finn's gravesite is, Ash is nothing. And Taylor was like, well, shit, Lee wouldn't tell none of us where it was. And that man just grieving. Like, he just, don't know what to do. Lee ain't answering him, and he don't know what's going on with her. And Finn was his only son. I ain't even gonna say was, but to them was, but to us is. If you get the gist. Um, but yeah, I definitely like the little chemistry between Taylor and Jack, though. I can see them, bumping uglies, canoodling and things. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I can't wait for Jack to find out that, Finn is alive. I can't wait for everybody to find out. 'Cause I think that's gonna be fun. So anyway, moving on from that, Sheila was pissing me off with her little wackadoo ass. I swear, this whole scene. Rest in peace to James Caan. Um, I think it's Caan or Ken, however you pronounce it. Legendary actor. Godfather, Misery. Very, he rest in peace to him. He passed away, 82. But this whole scene between Finn and Sheila just screamed misery. It reminded me so much of that movie, and that's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Um, Finn was not here for Sheila. I'm glad Finn is starting to see what everybody's been trying to warn him about. This is what Steffi, Brooke, everybody's been trying to tell him about. Sheila's fucking nuts. And I'm glad he's seeing it for himself. And even he was speaking to himself in his head, and he was like, "Yo, I'm trapped with a crazy lady." Duh, she's nuts. She goofier than a fucking pet coon. You need to get away from her. Um, Sheila just keeps going on and on. Oh, I never meant to harm you. I never meant to hurt you. I didn't want to hurt you and all this foolishness. It was an accident. So my thing is, you claim you never wanted to hurt him. I mean, I believe she never physically wanted to hurt him. So basically, you wanted to emotionally hurt him because you tried to kill his wife. So you tried to make him a widow. And she did all of this trying to kill Steffi, all because Steffi didn't want her around Finn and Hayes. After all your years of foolishness, of course Steffi didn't want you around her husband and her child, any of her family members. Like, that goes to show how nutty Sheila is, and that woman never is going to change because she thinks that she can come back to town and everybody's supposed to be all forgive and forget. No, you've done a lot of horrible shit to people. Of course they're not going to forgive and forget. You, what do you want, some type of special crack? Like, no. Hell no. And that's what everybody kept trying to warn Finn about. And I'm glad he's seeing it firsthand. And he was pissed, because he now knows, thanks to Sheila, that everybody thinks he's dead. Because he was wondering where Steffi was. And then when he mentioned Lee as his mother, of course, Sheila started to snap at him. Like, I'm your mother. And, when he mentioned he wanted Steffi and stuff, she just, unraveling at this point. I mean, she's pretty much already unraveled. She's been unraveled her entire life. She came out the womb unraveled. Let's just be real. Like, I'm so glad Finn is just biding his time. He was like, listen, I need to get the hell out of here. He said to himself, like, soon, Steffi, I'm coming. Soon, I'll be home. Very soon. And I'm glad that he's starting to think of an escape route. You know what I mean? Because Sheila's not going to let him go. She keeps saying, oh, you'll be reunited with Steffi and Hayes, when you're recuperating and stuff. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. If she can, she probably going to keep him there forever. Or try to kidnap Hayes at some point to reunite the three of them. Because she's definitely not going to let Finn and Hayes out of her sight. And it was so sad to see Finn cry when she mentioned Hayes. Like, that was sad. You could tell he loved his family. Like, he loved Steffi, he loved his son, he loved Kelly. He misses his life. You know what I mean? And Sheila literally tried to snatch that away from him. And she want to take credit for bringing him back. Oh, I brought you back to life. I nursed you back to health. You ain't do shit. You're the reason he's lying in that bed, you dingbat. And I can't wait for Finn to find out what this witch did to his mother. That's really going to send him into overdrive. Like, I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad he's seeing Sheila in full-on Sheila crazy mode. I'm glad he's seeing it. Because, you know what? Sometimes seeing is believing. Because you can tell people all the time, well, this person is like this and yada, yada, yada. They're going to listen to you, but they're not seeing what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So now it's good that he's finally seeing crazy for what it really is. Crazy. It's about damn time. Like, he needed to see it. Because baby girl is a couple sandwiches and a beer short of a picnic. And I'm glad he realizing it. Your mama's nuts. I ain't even going to say his mama because Sheila ain't his mother to me. In my opinion, Lee will always be Finn's mama. And I'm glad, he's seeing it because it's like, dude, the bitch is crazy. Like, somebody need to put a bullet in her little ass because I done had enough of Sheila at this point. Everything out her mouth is an excuse. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to do that. You never mean to do nothing, you nut. But things always happen when she's around because she makes it that way. She's nutty, man. I'm telling you. Like, I just can't wait for Finn to be healed up enough to where he can devise a plan to get the hell out of her grasp. Like, he need to do it sooner rather than later. Because if she can, she'll keep him there forever and then try to devise a plan to get Hayes away from Steffi, knowing Sheila. Because I'm pretty sure that's her ultimate plan. She don't plan on letting that man go. I doubt it. Because she know good and well if he go back to Steffi, she really not going to be able to see him again. But this time, Finn is really not going to rock with her or let her anywhere near any of them. I think the only way to put Sheila down for good is you got to kill her. Her being in a psych ward or sending her back to prison or whatever is not going to do the trick because at some point she's going to be back. So you got to put her down. Like, you literally got to, put her down like they did Old Yeller back in the day. Just take him behind the shed and just put her out of her misery. That's the only way because baby girl is always going to be nuts and she always going to come back for you. So anyway, this was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought and I will see you all later. Peace.